Hello everybody, welcome back to the Forest Job. We've got some football results to go over with you today. Before we go to those, however, I'd just like to remind you that if you enjoy this video, please do feel free to click on that little thumbs up button on your screen. And if you want to as well, you can subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any further episodes of the series. Right, with that out of the way, let's go over to the highlights of two matches, one against Everton, one against Tottenham, with, I have to say, some mixed results. Well, you won't have seen the stats for the Everton match during those highlights, but I think you can get a feeling for the flavour of the match. They had one shot and it went in. We had multiple chances, and not a single one of them ended up troubling the goalkeeper and entering the back of the net. Really, really frustrating game, but Everton seem to be one of those teams that have a little bit of a hoodoo over us as a club. Same cannot be said for Tottenham Hotspur, a really decent 1-0 win. Arcas getting in amongst the goals yet again. He's become fairly consistent where it comes to finding the back of the net. Hopefully that can continue today against Arsenal at the City Ground, which is today's game. Let's move straight on into that. And it's a fairly, I'd say, yeah, apart from Baumgartel, who appears to be playing for Arsenal at centre back, a fairly consistent team, and Duomo in midfield. Yeah, I'd say that's an Arsenal team that we know fairly well. Nacho Monreal making his return to the team, of course. He's not on the bench today. Vitinho will be someone to look out for coming off of the bench. And interesting that Maitland-Niles plays ahead of Hector Bellerin at right back. Perhaps that left flank is somewhere that we could take advantage. As for our team, there's no need to make any changes whatsoever. Everybody is fit and raring to go. We have, by the way, I should let you know, made a signing. The transfer window has slammed shut, and while we were looking for a midfielder to come in and strengthen things in the centre of the pitch, we have instead signed a left back, and that left back's name is Ait Nori. I'm just going to call him Nori, I think. A very well-rounded left back, and immediately our best left back at the club. He's going to hop onto the bench in the place of Hugma for today, so we can possibly have a look at him later. But if I was to select Ait Nori and then go over to Ribeiro, you can just see just how much better he is. They're passing and shooting very similar, but then you look at dribbling, speed, defense, strength, and he's just better in all aspects, as you would expect for somebody with a rating of 82. I will not be starting him today because he has to get used to the team and we have to get used to him, but I will probably bring him on at some point. You may be asking me, Dave, why haven't you got a centre back on the bench? And that's a really, really good question. The reason being, of course, is that Zayfouk can play a centre back. So if we desperately need to bring a centre back on to replace Worrell or Salisu, we can put him into the centre and then use Frimpong on the right hand side. So that covers us there. What we could do, I suppose, because I'm pretty sure Victor Malejo can play advanced midfield, Hadji can play midfield. I've got a feeling that Cosgrove, if we needed him to, could do a job there. But we have seen Hugma do a job at defensive midfield. So I'm thinking I might put Hugma on the bench anyway in the place of Harrington, who really the only place we lose out when changing over Hugma for Harrington is in the speed department. So yeah, I think that is a change that we will make for today's game. Right, we have an embarrassment of riches on the bench. We can't even fit everyone on the bench today. Carlos Tevez still struggling to get on. Gustavo Asuncao still struggling to get onto the bench, although he did play against Tottenham. I think it was Tottenham he played. No, it was Everton. Pardon me. It was Everton that he played against, and he did pretty well, but we did lose the game, and he's still trying to find his way into the side. Tom Heaton, an offer was made for Tom Heaton, and we turned it down mainly because there wasn't enough time to get him a loan deal, and Leeds wanted to pay us 6 million when he's worth 9. And honestly, I see Tom Heaton as being a eventual backup to Newell. Samba is not getting any better as a player, so Tom Heaton at some point will probably replace him as our number 2. And you never know, in the far flung future, perhaps he might even become the number 1 unless we can find a much better English goalkeeper. Right, so that's going to be the team for today. Let's come out of the game plan. You've already seen the way that we're going to be setting up today. I'm going to change the strips so that there is less of a clash, because the white would not necessarily cause a clash, but certainly white shorts, white shirts could cause a slight issue if I'm trying. I'm trying very hard to concentrate. You'll notice that the results off camera are better than the ones on camera sometimes, and well, except for that Liverpool result the other day. The reason for that is, of course, that when you're devoting part of your brain to talking and explaining what's happening on the pitch at the same time as trying to play, you cannot possibly hope to concentrate to the same level as you would do if you were literally just playing. So teams are out on the pitch, the customary huddle from the Forest boys. They're all telling each other what they expect of themselves. Nubel and Salisu giving each other a high 10. We did explore the possibility of signing Joe Willock during the transfer window. Guendouzi actually ended up turning us down because we waited too long. We did actually go in for him, but we waited too long. He came off of our scouting list, and normally if a player leaves your scouting list, they become a lot harder to sign. Saka immediately causing problems for us, and there's a foul from Camavinga on Aubameyang. Saka, oh, he's doing He's a handful. The young English left winger, come left back. And now Duomo into Pepe. Saka leading the line. Joe Willock. Pepe, that's a nice little spin on the ball, but he's dispossessed by Busquets. And Busquets is running freely with the ball here. Plays it into Hlošek. Now Wilson. Over the top. I was trying to lob it over the top back for Hlošek, but didn't get any luck there. And I tell you what, that's a wonderful leap from Saka. And we managed to get the ball played out of defence, as we love to do here at Forest. Lovely weighted pass from Camavinga. Arcas couldn't quite run onto that ball. And, Arcas has won the ball here. And can we do something with it? Camavinga can't quite get the shot on target. It was left-footed, not his strongest foot. Perhaps a pass through for the likes of Hlošek would have been a better idea, but we've shown that we have teeth, and that is somewhat gratifying against a team of the calibre of Arsenal. We've already seen Saka absolutely making a mockery of our defenders in the early going, so we know we have to be careful. Camavinga back to Hlošek. Camavinga again. Ribeiro now. Wilson making a run and gets the ball. Well tackled by Maitland-Niles. It is frustrating that once again... Oh, hello. Hlošek. Oh, my goodness. What was that? Hlošek just stuttered and wouldn't run towards the ball, costing us what would have otherwise been a cast-iron chance. Arcas Hernandez, chance for Hernandez, goal for Hernandez. A lovely quick passing passage of play from Nottingham Forest, and Chucho Hernandez is on the score sheet once again for the boys in red and white. Lovely first touch just to settle the ball in front of him, and the second touch beating the goalkeeper, all ends up. Look at this, just controls it off the outside of his foot. Bernd Leno with absolutely no chance. And it's 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Baumgartel. Well, that's a poor pass, and it's put Forest back in here, and Camavinga's in space. He's got time on the ball, and he's beaten Leno, if somewhat fortuitously, to make it 2-0 to Nottingham Forest, and it all comes from a poor piece of play by the Arsenal player, giving the ball away. And look at that from Camavinga, finishing with his left foot. Now I'm going to have to check, because I thought his left foot was his weaker foot, but he's chosen to use his left when he could have used his right. I purposely kept the run straight so he could open his body up. And I'm not going to argue either way. The attacking instinct of Camavinga paying dividends. And Arsenal are playing very, very nicely here indeed. And he is in fact left-footed. Well, I apologise, Camavinga. All this time I thought he was a right footer. Well, there you go. That will certainly change the way that I use him now that I'm aware of his footedness. Oh, Busquets, why did you arrest the run? Worrell deals with it though. Here's Hlošek. Hernandez, Arcas. Arcas is through. Oh, it's a good save from Leno. I thought that could have been 3 on the half hour. Arsenal are being torn to pieces now, and I don't understand how they going super attacking? No, they're not. So it's not even that they're sacrificing a centre-back to try and get back into this yet. Hlošek. It'll fall to Zefuk. That's not so good from the Dutchman, but we get it back. Wilson to Ribeiro, trying it back to Wilson. Wilson wins the ball. Hlošek. Out to Busquets. Hlošek again. Camavinga. Busquets went for the shot, but it got caught just in time by the Arsenal defence. Forest are toying with the Arsenal midfield here. They can't get anywhere near them. Oh, I wonder, could that have been a penalty? Hlošek not giving up. It's great to see. Salisu dealing with the somewhat archaic ball back to him. Lobbed forward. Hlošek wins the header. But the tackle goes the way of Arsenal. Calm play from Nottingham Forest, once again playing out of midfield. Of defence, sorry. Ribeiro. He sees the run of Wilson, he's looking for him, can't quite find him. The ball is very heavy. And there's the half-time whistle. A mad 5 minutes has given Nottingham Forest a 2-0 lead here. A very good first half for the home team. The fans are in absolute raptures of what they're seeing here. And they're going to be hoping for more of the same in the second half, which is going to come up to you right now. Partey to Baumgartel. Maitland-Niles, who again, surprise inclusion for Arsenal today. Perhaps they were taking Forest a little bit easier than they should have done. Good ball out to Tierney. Hlošek has him in his sights. Goalkeeper inexplicably deciding to punch the ball away. Duomo. Willock. Pepe. They've got this fast passing starting to build up around the area now, Arsenal. Saka. Willock. To Tierney. Tackle from Hlošek. Well done, son. Oh, he's lost it. He's going to keep it in. We just need to find the out ball, and I think we've got one. We do. Here's Wilson. And Arcas is in here. Oh, he couldn't quite find his way around Margalis. And now Duomo is going to bring the ball forward. Actually plays it back to Maitland-Niles. Arrests the attack slightly, and it allows Forest to get everybody behind the ball, which is not something that I've told them to do. Actually, we're trying to be more aggressive with our defending, but I'm glad to see that against a team like Arsenal, the AI is smart enough to realise that we need to get bodies back if we can. Arcas is in behind here. Over to Hernandez. Oh, great interception. Well, I thought that was going to be free there. Here's Zefuk. Hlošek was trying to find Arcas, couldn't quite manage it. Saka again with a very good header. Ooh. If Hernandez gets that pass right, I don't think there's much that Arsenal can do about it. Fortunately for them, the pass was a little bit wanting. Gabriel. Don't know what. That's confusing. Why do they use his full name? We all just call him Gabriel. Here's Camavinga. He's looking for the through ball to Hernandez, who very nearly ghosts his way around the side of the defender. Maitland-Niles finds his way around his man. Saka launches one in. Tierney should pick this up and keep it in. Scottish fullback doing well, keeping hold of the ball. Safwik has been pulled out of position, trying to win the ball back. Camavinga covering for him. Aubameyang! Oh, it's come off the bar. And now potentially a counter-attack for Nottingham Forest. Wilson hasn't got much support around him, but somehow, oh wow, I thought for a second he was going to manage to find Arcas, but at the last second it's cut out by the Arsenal defence, and a Forest hanging on a little bit here now, suddenly. That's good from Ribeiro. Wilson, back to Ribeiro. Oh, and actually I said I was going to give the new boy some time on the pitch, so I will bring him on. While we're at it, what else do we need to do? I think we can throw Malejo on for Wilson. Let's change the entire left-hand side of the team. And I think Eddie deserves to have a little bit of game time, if possible, against his former club. Wilson holding his man off. He can't find the pass, though. Saka. Tierney now. Plays it back to Gabriel. Finds Willock in midfield. Partey playing deep. Ribeiro. Big fan of the way that Camavinga plays. He just weights the ball so perfectly. Here's Harry Wilson. He can't quite get to it. And if we're not careful, the ball's not going to go out of play before the end of 90 minutes. And those substitutions aren't going to have any effect whatsoever. I'm just going to hoof it. That didn't work either. Saka. I'm just going to play it out just so I can get the players on the pitch. Hernandez looking absolutely knackered there, so it's probably a good job that we did make the change. Although, honestly, I don't think that we're going to be able to make much of a difference in 1.5 minutes. That's good from Busquets, just uses his body weight to move the man off the ball. There's the final whistle. It's a 2-0 victory for Nottingham Forest here at the City Ground in the Premier League. Another 3 points on the board for the Tricky Trees. They were only 2 points off the top of the Premier League before the start of this game. I wonder where they'll find themselves once we find all of the other results in. Once we get all of the other results in, I should say. A dominant performance for the home team today. Very happy with the way we shaped up and the way we played. Of course, a player on our team had to get a 5 rating. Today it was Salisu, who I didn't think was too bad at all. We kept a clean sheet. Didn't give anything egregious away. I really need to learn to stop looking at those ratings. There we go. 2-0 against Arsenal today. Liverpool winning 2-0 as well. Manchester United getting a win, as did... Oh, actually, Manchester City and Chelsea both had each other and they drew. So let's see. Manchester United still top of the pile. Liverpool only a point behind Nottingham Forest as it was at the beginning of the day. And it says that we've gone up to second place here, but I swear we were already second before the day started. I thought we were above Manchester City on goal difference, but we couldn't have been. Couldn't possibly have been, so we must have been third. Never mind. Never mind. I was very much mistaken, as the dearly departed former Formula One commentator Murray Walker would once have said. So we're 2 points off of Manchester United at the top of the league. Very, very happy with the way this season's going. Champions League football looking more and more likely as we go along. All we have to do now is follow it through to the end of the season and try to build ourselves a slightly stronger squad in the summer so that we can both maintain our Premier League form and compete in Europe next season. I am just acting as though it's a foregone conclusion, aren't I? That's a terrible thing to do. Well, never mind. You can tell me off in the comments below if you want. Until tomorrow, when we'll be coming back for the FA Cup match against Liverpool. That's right, we're playing Liverpool twice in a week this week on the Forest job. I've been very happy to have you with me. Thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.